you said companies don't have brains. The people running it at the top decide what to do. And this also then percolates, right? Even if an employee who has a sound grounding in morals and doesn't want to do the wrong thing, but if he doesn't play ball, he might be either left by the wayside or he might be asked to leave. So in that dilemma, he says, never mind, I want to pay my rent. I may as well be complicit. And in the end, the company and the customer suffers, I think. Is that what happened in Volkswagen? I mean, a few years ago where...
A very kind of good example. And I think, companies have built in general these whistleblowing hotlines. There is an understanding that there's a power imbalance, and if you report wrongdoing and get your boss into trouble, they might retaliate against you. So that's the reason for these anonymous hotlines and trying to kind of provide a communication channel to ethics and compliance. Pretty much nobody I have in my classroom believes that these are really confidential and can be trusted. There's not a great deal of trust, certainly also in human resources. And I think, the big dilemmas come not necessarily when you've got an issue that's, really, really clear, but an issue where, I think what happens over and over again is you've got the ethics and compliance team saying, here's the code of conduct, sign this document. If you break the law, you're going to get fired and we're going to pursue you and make this promise. And then you've got your boss saying, you've got to make your sales targets. I don't want to hear that you've got to pay bribes. I don't want to hear this is going to take a long time. Why can't you meet your sales targets? If you don't meet your sales targets, you're going to get fired. And then the question is, for the employee, you've got two contradictory messages. Who are you going to listen to? You're probably going to listen to the person that's got power over your job, and you may not believe you've got the power to change the situation. So I think a lot of the time we put employees in a really, really difficult position. We say, why don't you speak up? Have the courage to speak up. But as we all know, if you're actually inside the company and there are these commercial and ethical dilemmas, it can be much more complicated than that.